Hey guys, this is Valentina Palladino for Ars Technica, and today we're at home looking at YouTube TV. So YouTube TV is YouTube and Google's first kind of challenge to other live TV, live cable streaming services, things like Sling TV, PlayStation Vue, and DirecTV Now. So what do you get with YouTube TV? You get a membership. The membership is $35 a month, and with that you get about 40 to 44 channels depending on your location, and you get unlimited cloud DVR service and on-demand content. And with the DVR service you can record as many shows as you want simultaneously, and all of them will get saved to your library, and those shows will be saved for 9 months before they're automatically deleted to make room for some new stuff. So you have a good variety of things in this basic package, but there is just that $35 a month membership. There aren't any tiers right now like there are with Sling or PlayStation Vue or DirecTV Now. I've been using it for a little bit now, and we're going to take a look at how it is on your mobile device and how it is on your TV at home. So there are two main ways you can watch TV using YouTube TV. One is on your television set and the other one is in the YouTube TV mobile app. So this is the mobile app for iOS, and you can just kind of scroll around, look for live shows, look for shows that are in your library that you've recorded or on-demand shows. So as you scroll down the homepage, you'll just see a bunch of different carousels of different types of content that you can watch, including things like YouTube Red Originals, which you have included with your YouTube TV membership. If you're familiar with YouTube Red, you would get Red Originals if you paid for that $10 subscription service as well. So the homepage is really easy if you just kind of don't really know what you want to watch. You just kind of want to scroll or see your favorite networks, things like that. And then on the left side, you have your library. It's nicely laid out because it just makes it really easy for you to find certain things, particularly things that you've recorded. So there's the shows, movies, sports, and events. See your recorded shows, any on-demand shows that are available, all your favorite things. So the library tab is really nice for that. It's kind of a no-brainer to find any sort of content that you'd want to watch. And you can also see scheduled recording, so if you're not sure when the next time one of your favorite shows is going to be recorded, you can look at that and you'll see things that are being recorded now and things that are going to be recorded later in the day or later this week. And also just in general, I really like the layout of the mobile app, the app for iOS. It's really easy to use. I love the carousel kind of layout because you can see different categories of content very easily. We can go into the Live tab, which is on the right side of your menu bar, and that you can just kind of scroll through all the channels that you get in YouTube TV, and you can see a preview of the live thing that's happening on television right now. So I really like that because if I'm just scrolling through and I don't know what I want to watch, I can just kind of scroll through the channels and see exactly what's happening on that network right now. The quality is pretty good. You can change the video quality to be as high or as low as you want. And typically, if you just pick like an auto calibration, it'll be really, really nice. There's very little pixelation, and you also don't really wait for a stream. At the top of the homepage, you'll see this little magnifying glass. And here's where you can search for a particular show, a particular network, whatever you're looking for. But also this is where YouTube kind of integrated the browse feature. And browsing it is really nice. They kind of outline things by genre, by network, by trending. So it's very much what you would see when you go and watch a YouTube video or something, or the YouTube homepage. But I kind of wish that they had a separate tab for browsing, because if you didn't know that it was there, you wouldn't really know where to look to browse for different content that you're not familiar with. But I do like it once I use it, but keeping it hidden kind of in the search tab was not really the best choice, I think, in my opinion. And another thing I'll say about the app is that it doesn't really integrate much with YouTube itself. And I didn't really think that it would, but as for someone who watches arguably more YouTube than television, I would like to be able to watch all of my content in one place. And I think that would have been a really great thing for YouTube to do. Even though there is a separate YouTube app, integrating more YouTube content into YouTube TV, the app itself, would have been really nice. There's only very few instances where you'll see like YouTube clips in YouTube TV. One of them is when you're looking at a specific show, there will be a tab called Related on YouTube or something, and you'll see some sort of like free clips that are available on YouTube with, interviews with the actors, short clips from the actual television show, things like that that you would normally find on YouTube. you'll be able to watch directly in the YouTube TV app when you go into that little related tab. But I would really like it if I could watch my favorite YouTubers alongside of my favorite TV shows in one app. One thing to mention about DVR is something that the Wall Street Journal actually reported on a few days ago, is that with DVR content, typically you can kind of fast forward through ads, but because of certain agreements that YouTube has with specific networks, you'll be forced to watch the on-demand episode of a show if it's available, even if you DVR'd that content. So let's say I wanted to watch an episode of Law & Order that's going to air. If there's an on-demand version of that episode of Law & Order, and it DVR'd that episode as well, I'll be forced to watch the on-demand content instead of the DVR'd content, and you'll be forced to watch the ads that will appear on that on-demand content. It is going to be a little bit frustrating when you think you're going to watch some sort of DVR content that you can skip through ads, and yet you're served with an on-demand version. So let's talk a little bit about YouTube TV on your TV. So the one kind of not so great thing about this experience is that YouTube TV doesn't really support a lot of other devices. Currently, you can only watch YouTube TV on your television by using an Android TV or a Chromecast. So with the Chromecast experience, you'll be using the YouTube TV app on your mobile device to control everything. Within the mobile app, you'll see a little cast icon at the top, and you can just cast whatever content that you're streaming from your mobile device onto your television if you're using a Chromecast. With me, I started out using my first generation Chromecast, one of the original Chromecasts that came out, and the experience was fine. The streaming quality was good. And the one problem I did have with it was that the time it took to cast from my mobile device to the television was a little long. It probably took 5-10 seconds, sometimes a little bit longer than that, to get the stream going on my television set. And there's a little message that pops up if you are using a first generation Chromecast that tells you that it might be a little bit slower because you're using a first generation Chromecast. But with the second generation Chromecast, it was much easier. It was so quick to kind of put the stream up on my television set. Barely took a second. And it was just really nice to see that it was that much faster and there was such a noticeable difference between the two Chromecasts. But originally I was just happy that I could use my first generation Chromecast and I didn't have to go out and buy another one. Usually the stream started at about 480p, and within 5 seconds it would kind of correct itself and go up to FHD. So that might kind of annoy some people if you want an interface on the television. I know for me, I hadn't used the Chromecast that I have for a while, probably a couple months, so it was a little bit jarring to get back into using my mobile device as the remote per se. But after you get over that, it's just a really seamless experience, and live TV is pretty much the same as if you were going to be using a regular cable provider. So overall, I really have enjoyed using YouTube TV so far. I think YouTube really hit it on the head with the YouTube TV mobile app. It's a really great mobile app to use. It's very intuitive. If you're familiar with the YouTube mobile app, it's super easy to use. I just like how everything's very easily laid out. But at the same time, I think overall YouTube needs to add more options to YouTube TV to remain competitive in this space. So the first area is content. That's one area that I'd really like to see improve over time with YouTube TV, is to add more networks either to the $35 price point, or I'd like to see some different tiers with YouTube TV. I think to remain competitive, they're going to have to add different tiers because there are no other subscription services right now. None of the big ones have just one, like a one-size-fits-all package. It really just depends on how much content you have and the type of content. Does that, subscription service include the channels that you want? All that kind of stuff. DVR is becoming more of a standard feature. I think that on-demand DVR kind of caveat that YouTube TV has might alienate some people. But we won't really know that until YouTube TV kind of has been out for a little bit longer. And also just more apps for other devices like Roku devices, Apple TV, just so other people who don't have a Chromecast or don't have Android TV can use it whenever they want.